Чекай!
In 2025, the places Mission Eurasia served were not easy places to follow Christ.
It's easy to be a believer in a country such as the US, but in countries like Uzbekistan or Tajikistan, it can cost you your life.
Across Eurasia, that pressure does not always look the same. In some places, it is the cost of open faith. In others, it is a war against truth itself.
We must call aggression what it is, because they are living in an upside-down ideology where peace is war and war is peace.
This is the world behind the numbers. War, displacement, persecution, and more than 300 people groups still waiting to hear the gospel. Mission Eurasia's answer is not simply to send help from the outside. It is to train and equip believers who already know the language, the culture, and the cost.
Conversions, they will happen. But that's not your job. That's God's job. Our job is to speak, be witnesses, tell them about Jesus, one story at a time.
In 2025, that training multiplied across Eurasia. Through School Without Walls, the Next Generation Professional Leaders Initiative, and the Unreached People Groups Initiative.
Strip everything that is not Jesus and give them the pure Jesus with the cultural clothing.
That is how the gospel moves into places where outsiders cannot easily go. Through prepared people, carrying Christ in ways their own people can understand.
God has raised a group of young people who refuse to just be refugees. They want to be missionaries.
And when war pushed families across borders, local churches became places of shelter, counsel, and new beginnings. For refugees forced from home, the crisis was not only physical, it was emotional, spiritual, and deeply disorienting.
It was a state of total shock, pain, stress, and a heavy soul. We had lost everything. Our friends were scattered. We didn't even know who we were anymore.
Into that kind of loss, Mission Eurasia's leaders and church partners brought food, shelter, counsel, prayer, and the steady presence of people who would not leave them alone.
I want to help other widows like me, because I've learned that when you help others, you heal yourself.
Restoration is not only surviving grief, sometimes it is becoming strong enough to carry someone else through it. For children, hope is not theoretical. It is safety, scripture, a meal, a camp, a place to laugh again, and the promise that God has not forgotten them. Sometimes the work looks like emergency aid, and sometimes it looks quieter. Bread, work, community, and families able to stay together.
We provide opportunities for people to stay and work here, so they don't have to leave their families to survive.
My heart's desire is for families to stay together, for every child here, to have their parents and loved ones right beside them.
You are called to bring God's light into this darkness of pain. But if you don't have that light within yourself, how can you share it? God's Spirit will find a way to spread the gospel. It is His word, and I believe we will see the fruit of that faithfulness.
In 2025, through your prayers and generosity, trained local leaders carried the light of Christ into hard places. This is the fruit we are honored to place back in your hands. Thank you for standing with Mission Eurasia.